Damien Rivera, and let's get to our first story of the day. A pro-choice rally was held at TAMU University due to an abortion law being signed by Greg Abbott in May 2021, and it was not active until September 1st of 2021, which states that females cannot get an abortion after 6 weeks of pregnancy. The main reason why they held the rally was because the Supreme Court was getting ready to argue on the matter on October 4th of 2021. The argument would be about the future of abortion rights in Texas. Christian Ochoa, who was the college Democratic president in TAMU, is one of many people who organized the rally at TAMU. He wanted to bring the attention to abortion justice. These were his words. A lot of people usually have an idea of what abortion justice is, but we want to make sure that everyone knows what it is. This group of college students stood up to the law, but of course it had problems. Chelsea Howell Garcia, a representative for Texas Young Republicans, had a few words about the rally. We support life. Yes, it is your body, but you also have another living body, a baby, inside of you. Our first national news of today. Off the coast of Huntington Beach in Southern California, an ecological disaster happened. About an estimate of 126 gallons of oil was spilled from an oil production. Within a few seconds of oil being spilled, wildlife had been affected by the spill already. Fish and birds have been covered, and people have been trying to save any wildlife they can. The oil spill was most likely not spread due to the current locations of the oil productions. One of them, named Ellie, is concerned due to one of their pipes being breached and held this post-production oil. The consistency is very different from regular oil because it is lighter and less dense, so it will spread a lot faster than regular oil. But the wind changes the entire thing of the spill. The winds push the ocean currents, meaning they can push it everywhere, expanding it to maybe 2 to 3 times its original size. This does not include the high tides. The higher the tides, the larger the expansion, and maybe even reach farther up the shore. Though we do know who will be held responsible for everything, the company named Beta Offshore, they are working with the Coast Guard to get information about the cleanup. Many wildlife have suffered, and the company has started cleaning up the area as well as they patch up the breach on the pipes temporarily. Our other natural news for today, the current COVID readings, along with the vaccine reports. Around 6.27 billion doses of the vaccine have been issued, which could be more, but with how busy the people are in making the vaccines and how the government is handling them, it will probably take a while. 2.65 billion people have fully vaccinated as of right now from the local COVID testing in your city. It is great to see people taking this whole situation seriously, since there are so many people who do not want to get vaccinated, as well as they do not want their kids to get vaccinated. President Biden wants to vaccinate the unvaccinated people because of COVID Delta variant. It might be able to get people sick, but I know what you're saying, but people are already getting sick. I hear you. But this COVID Delta variant can infect the ones who are even fully vaccinated. Though only 2.3% of people in low-income countries have only 1 dose of the vaccine, that is the bare minimum of how many people have received it. Almost 5 million people have died from COVID, along with the Delta variant that has been spreading around. Though there's only one good thing from this, COVID cases have dropped by 35% since of September 1st of 2021. So there's something we might see more in the future. Now for our state news, Dallas, with their Dallas ISD STEM system, will be the award-winning Broadway musical Hamilton will be used at Dallas ISD STEM, which stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. They will use the inspiration from Hamilton to get their kids to learn about themselves. Teachers want to take all 5,400 seats in the theater in Fair Park of summer musicals for the kids of STEM to see one Hamilton performance. The TGA Foundation is one of the partners that will make the performance free for all students. The administration wants the kids to see the connection between arts and STEM so that they'll understand the why and not ask the how. The teachers, administrators, and everyone wants to light the way for opportunities, not just on the stage, but far and beyond. As of today, there are no more Haitians remaining under the bridge in Del Rio. If you haven't heard, for a few weeks, more than 12,000 migrants from Haiti came to Del Rio seeking help. People blamed the Biden administration for stopping the deportation of migrants of Haiti. And Biden said, "We have open doors, come to Del Rio. They'll help you." With the word getting out, thousands upon thousands of Haitians came every day to seek shelter. With the temperatures reaching up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, they had to get somewhere where they could get shade. Since the bridge was too crowded, they began to make a small city, or like a small settlement by the bridge. Small huts to stay cool. Water, food, and medical supplies were very low. The government was pleading for federal assistance. No one was able to go near them due to the state emergency. Since third world countries carry more diseases, so they did not want anybody else unless you were an official, to go anywhere near them. We'll be right back with our weather report and even more stories for you. Don't you go anywhere.
Hi, I'm Mr. Thomas Thompson with the menu product Hattie Hat. This revolutionary toy will cure your boredom for hours. You can put it anywhere and look like a silly character.
We have orange. We have some green. We have all sorts of colors.
So call now before the deal ends.
Call 956-648-7843 to get 2 rare free silver hats.
Fahrenheit and bright and sunny today with a 5% chance of rain. With the 4% chance of rain, the chance of rain, and wind speeds will be a cool 11 miles per hour heading towards the southeast. And now for our 3-day forecast, Friday will have temperatures of 96 degrees Fahrenheit with a 5% chance of rain, as well as winds picking up at 10 miles per hour going to the southeast again. Saturday will be sunny as well, with the temperatures reading of 98 degrees Fahrenheit with a 7% chance of rain, as well as winds picking up at 7 miles per hour between the southeast and south. Sunday will be hot. Sunday will reach the scorching temperatures of 101 degrees Fahrenheit and partly cloudy with winds settling at 13 miles per hour heading back between southeast and south, along with a 7% chance of rain.
Volver a vivir esos momentos comienza con protegerlos contra el COVID-19 y sus peligrosas variantes nuevas. Obtén la información más reciente en detidepende.org o consulta con tu pediatra o proveedor de servicios médicos.
On today's sports news comes from a video game tournament called the Overwatch League. This tournament was based on the game Overwatch, which is essentially a 6v6 multiplayer game with 3 roles: a tank, damage, and support. Each team gets a shot to gain as many points as possible. You can guess what they do. So with that being settled, several teams from different parts of the world represent their city. They come together and compete in this tournament. For example, this year's 2021 Grand Champions are the Shanghai Dragons. Based on the team, they are a team who represents Shanghai in China. They were in the first match of the tournament against another team called the San Francisco Shock and made their way all the way to the grand finals, finishing with a clean sweep of 4-0. There are many other teams from different countries: Texas, LA, Washington, etc. Each team with their own members to play the roles given in the game and switch out in breaks before the next match. Now for our last story of tonight, Spongebob, Squarepants, and Patrick Star confirmed to be real? Well, that seems what we're talking about today. In July of 2021, an ocean expedition was exploring more than a mile down the surface of the Atlantic, discovering a bright yellow sponge next to a pink starfish. No, it was right next to it. Christopher Ma, who was the scientist watching the live feed from the submarine, called the Okean's explorer immediately noticed the two sea creatures and tweeted it. It made many people laugh, retweeted. Someone even added legs to the photo, which made it a lot more hilarious. As much as we love to see this being real, these creatures, or at least Patrick Star, was the inspiration for the character. The scientific name for the starfish is Chondria grandis, while the sponge is named Herwigia. Though sponges tend to be bizarre or irregular shaped, these sponges can sometimes have a bright yellow color to them. Mix these two together and you get one of the best duels in cartoon history. If there was a rock right next to it, I would have been all over this news story like a kid that I am. While we did find a lot more about the deep ocean, these two certainly take the cake for the most noticeable thing yet. Thank you. This is Damien. Have a good day.